Well. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Apparently, I made a massive error insulting the glorious Oatly, my Goatly stock. Because in the past month, it's up 85%. How much is VT up in the past month? Oh, like 2%? What a clown stock. Okay, VT's up 1%. So Oatly, my Goatly, is on an absolute tear. And even Jeremy himself, the genius financial guru on YouTube that buys stocks that drop 80, 90%, but somehow still gets viewers, is maybe taking a victory lap here. Maybe he's bullish on the stock. Of course, because when a stock goes up, you always have to be bullish about it. But if you zoom out on Oatly, my Goatly, it's only up 2% in the last 3 months. It's down 66% in the past year, and it's down 88%. Now, I've explained this math before, but when a stock drops 80, 90, 95%, even if it doubles from that low, you're not even close to where you were originally. And I can tell you, it's extremely hard to time the bottom of any stock. Why? Because the market it's random. There's just a bunch of actors buying and selling based on their own needs, and you can't predict that. Just saying, okay, at least in the short term. So Oatly is still massively down, but it's going on a massive run. And the question is, why? Is this like shorts covering? What's going on here? Well, apparently, Oatly is going to start outsourcing, becoming asset light for some of its manufacturing. Oatly and I don't like that name. Yaya Foods announced long-term strategic hybrid manufacturing partnership in North America. This was an announcement made on January 3rd, 2023. Let's see if this actually correlates to when the stunk started going up. Actually, no. Is there some insider stuff going on here? Because you can see on the 3rd, the stock skyrocketed and then it absolutely rocketed up. But there was some stunk going up. There were some buys here that were pushing the stock price up before the announcement even dropped. Whatever, don't care. So they're outsourcing some of their manufacturing. Why? Because Oatly is massively unprofitable. And I can tell you they're facing stiff competition. You see this, ladies and gentlemen? Planet oat milk. It's the same thing as Oatly, except it's cheaper. And there's other brands of oat milk out there. There's Walmart brand, which I have at home, but I'm at my parents' house, so I can't show you that. There is actually a Walmart store brand of oat milk. I don't know who manufactures it for Walmart, but it's there. And it's much cheaper, by the way. There's Planet Oat, and then there's Khalifa Farms or something like that. There's a bunch of competition for Oatly, my Goatly, okay? But even then, even without the competition, there's a huge problem with Oatly not making any money. So they're trying to outsource some of their manufacturing because apparently they're blowing too much money on manufacturing. So they're kind of outsourcing that to the pros. They can just basically pay these people a contract, and it's a flat price, and all cost overruns and potential risks are on the manufacturer that they've outsourced to. Because Oatly's probably had some massive cost overruns in their manufacturing. They've probably had a lot of errors. And when you are not contracting something out, you're responsible for the manufacturing. If you make a mistake in the manufacturing, you're on the hook. Whereas Yaya, in this case, since they've outsourced it, now Yaya's on the hook for the additional costs, depending on the words of the contract, but probably they're on the hook if they make a mistake. So you can see Oatly selling much of its manufacturing capacity in Ogden, Utah, and Fort Worth, Texas, to contract manufacturer for $98 million. Oatly will manufacture its oat base, which I don't know what oat base was, but apparently it's a liquid from cooked whole oats, hydrolyzed and extracted. So I guess it's this right here. It's like the base, the beginning of the milk. So I guess you make this oat base from doing something with these oats. And then from there, you can make it into oatmeal, creamer, smoothies, ice cream, whatever. It's like the beginning. It's the base. It's the batter. Okay? So it looks like Oatly, my Goatly, will continue to manufacture the oat base, which I just showed you. And then Yaya Foods takes it from there. They add whatever they need to add to make it oat milk because it's not just oat base. What's in this? Ingredients: oat milk, sunflower oil, calcium, potassium, guar gum, sea salt, sunflowers, gelatin gum, and some vitamins. Okay, so I guess Yaya takes everything from the oat base and then makes it into oat milk. Isn't that pretty cool? So apparently this is going to save Oatly, okay? And it's getting some assets off of Oatly's books, apparently. Okay, great, wonderful. Now, there's still a huge issue, and we're going to look at that in a second. But before we do that, we need to talk about home service CPA. If you are a business owner and you want to make sure that your accounting is done properly and you want to make sure that your taxes are filed properly, you should consider home service CPA. As a tax accountant myself that works in this industry, this stuff's very important, and you're going to have to pay a little bit for it. But when you pay money for this kind of stuff as a business owner, it could save you a massive headache in the future. Check out homeservicecpa.com. They offer payroll, bookkeeping, and tax preparation, all for decent prices. And I can assure you, these prices are not that bad. Homeservicecpa.com. And there's a coupon code STRONGMAN. It'll be pinned comment. You can save $200 when you initially sign up. So Oatly is now rocketing up, okay? Because apparently they're now, they're good now because they've outsourced a lot of their expenses, a lot of their manufacturing. But they're still losing money hand over fist, okay? They're still massively unprofitable. If we look at their balance sheet, they have $120 million of current assets or cash and cash equivalents, and they have current liabilities of 236. Now, their total current assets are 369 million versus 236 million. So when you compare current assets, short-term assets to short-term liabilities, they're probably not going to go bankrupt. Okay, they have a bunch of cash and they have a bunch of receivables, and that should be able to cover most of their short-term debts. You look at their long-term assets, they have 878 million. They're trying to reduce that because when you have a long-term asset, there's expenses that are associated with that. There's depreciation, there's maintenance of the facilities, and all of those expenses get allocated to your inventory if they're used to produce the inventory. So they're trying to get rid of some of this. And they're trying to pass that expense on and make it a flat expense by paying a contractor. That's what they're doing. How much this will save Oatly, I'm not necessarily sure. But they have a lot of long-term assets, 878 million, compared to 132 million of long-term liabilities. So overall, their balance sheet is not the worst in the world that I've seen, but you can clearly see their shareholders' equity has been dropping every single quarter. Down, 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 down. Why is that? Retained earnings. They are losing money. When retained earnings goes down, it becomes more negative. That means the company's losing money generally. It could be from dividends or constructive retirement of stock. But generally, when retained earnings is going down, it's becoming more negative. That's because the company is recording losses on the income statement. So retained earnings is going down. The company's losing money. And we can see common stock is basically flat. Now, the question is, if they keep losing money, how are they going to keep their equity above zero? Or they'll just maybe have negative equity. But if they want to keep that equity above zero, where is that equity going to come from? Is it going to come from retained earnings or is it going to come from common stock? Of course, it's going to come from common stock. They have to issue more shares at some point. We're probably not there yet, but you can clearly see this company is losing money hand over fist. And it looks like, comprehensive income. That's something you want to look into more. So accumulated other comprehensive income is an accounting term for certain expenses that bypass the income statement, but are still true expenses and liabilities of a company. Comprehensive income is foreign currency translation, which is probably what's happening here. Changes in available for sale debt securities. Pension plans, which I don't think they have a pension plan, and then something else. There's a couple expenses that do not show up on the income statement, but they are included in comprehensive income. So really, their equity, they're losing money from their business, and there's additional expenses that are not showing up on the income statement that are reducing their equity even further through comprehensive income. This company is kind of crappy, okay? I mean, you can see they have revenue growth, And it's great they're trying to save money, right? But you look and you say, okay, their gross margin has absolutely collapsed, mostly because of foreign exchange and stuff like that. But even before they ran into these massive issues, they still had negative operating margins. Have they ever been profitable? And is this outsourcing to going to change anything? I don't think so. Look at that. Loss. Negative free cash flow, negative free cash flow, negative free cash flow, negative free cash flow. And that's not even considering the competition. And there's so much out there. This is a very interchangeable product, okay? You can buy Oatly, you can buy the Walmart brand, you can buy Planet Oat. But most people who are like, money conscious, they're probably just going to buy the cheaper brand. And Oatly is literally the most expensive brand. I mean, maybe this outsourcing thing will help fix that a little bit, and look at that. Negative operating cash flows every single quarter, negative. Massive capital expenditures. Maybe that'll go down because they've outsourced. They're not doing too hot. Okay. They're really not doing too hot. So while this is great, here's Food. This is the company that's going to be taking over a lot of Oatly's manufacturing, except for the oat base. Well, of course, they're probably good at what they do, and Oatly's offboarding some risk when it comes to, cost overruns to They're still a long way from profitability, number one. And number two, even if they somehow become profitable, the amount of competition they face in this market is absolutely insane, okay? As the more expensive brand, I think they're in a lot of trouble. So if I had to pick an oat milk manufacturer, I wouldn't have picked Oatly. I don't know. Anyway, check out Home Service CPA. If you have a business, you need help from a qualified accountant for payroll, bookkeeping, and taxes. I can assure you as an accountant myself to make sure you're in compliance and don't get hammered by fines, penalties, taxes, interest, all that stuff. Let's do some questions. Let's see. Holy McGooley! 1,000% gain to recover from a 90% loss. Thank you, Kid Freshie. I'm surprised you can do math. Will Oatly squeeze higher if the debt ceiling isn't raised? I have no idea. They're gonna, okay, number one, they're gonna raise the debt ceiling. This is such this political crap. Oh, but the debt ceiling, oh my God, the Republicans and Democrats. It's stupid. Just ignore it. They're gonna raise the debt ceiling, okay? I don't care. Politics is so stupid. Just a bunch of drama. It's like Real Housewives. Do strongmen prefer standard white eggs or organic brown? I prefer eggs that are cheap, so I'm going to go with white eggs. Sup, bro? This is a scam. Accounting is a scam. It is. It's a total scam, bro. You can do it yourself, man. You got like a business with 100 employees and thousands of transactions a month. You can just do it by yourself. You'll be all right. Matt Core should provide some material. I'll look into him. He's a clown. Look at his views for AMC. Then they tanked with the stock. Yeah, he's irrelevant now. Warning, weak man is a grifter and liar. He knows that you can't beat the market, but sells a scammy course on how to pick winning stocks by analyzing the financials. Unsub. Wow, that's true. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was doing that. Thanks for pointing that out, man. I'll pin that comment for you. We need a great value equivalent of Tattooed Chef too. Do you still plan on doing a Tattooed Chef mukbang? Yes, I do. I have the food in my freezer at home. Right now I'm at my parents' house. I have it at my home, okay? At some point when I get these kids out of my hair, I'll be able to do it. It's going to happen, I promise. And great value equivalent of Tattooed Chef. I'm sure there's great value plant-based foods. I wouldn't be surprised. I was actually surprised. They have a great value oat milk. They do. It's way cheaper too. Oh my God. Is oat milk water and oats blended, and why are Americans paying that much for it? Because a lot of people have lactose problems. They're like lactose intolerant, so they'll buy oat milk. Or maybe they're liberal. I don't like cow emissions. Yeah, I'm a good person. I'm my oat milk. So they buy like alternative milks because they don't care. They hate emissions. There's a lot of reasons people buy oat milk, but whatever. Oatly is full of canola oil. My son drinks regular cow milk, by the way. I don't know. Am I a bad person? Oatly is full of canola oil. which is horrible for you. Competition doesn't have seed oil. Uh-oh. No one with an IQ above room temperature believes your scammy course is about running a biz. It's about securities analysis and valuation, which you admit is proven to be a loser's game. Admit your grift. Yeah, CPA teaching accounting is just obviously I'm telling you can beat the market. But how do you value the net plus on the planet? You forgot to do that. Why are you promoting FUD? What is net plus? Is that something Jeremy says? I'm gonna say this buzzword. That's gonna make me right. On the planet is a joke. I've been to the planet, ladies and gentlemen. I did the DD. I went inside the planet and I walked around. Massive store. Like, dude, they could have a store. I said half the size, a quarter of the size. They could fit all their stuff in there. Why they have that massive store, I have no idea. They're paying a fortune in overhead. It's ridiculous. Not only is oatmeal competition flooded, but it's also competing with soy. Exactly, 100% correct. Good observation. Is the crypto winter finally ending? I hope not. I still think we will see Bitcoin 11K next bull run. Ethereum will touch 20K. That's crazy. We will check this in 2025. King Strongman, Max fan of yours. I don't care where crypto goes. I'm not buying it. Just kidding. I know you're joking. Let's see. Brady versus Cowboys. What's your guess? I don't watch sports except for professional StarCraft. Do you agree that John Bogle about not investing in international stocks? I do not. I think you should invest in international stocks, but it's your decision. Okay. I own VT, the global index, but I don't know if you want to just buy VTI, you can do that. Would you ever take sponsorship from a stockbrokers like Interactive? I actually got an email from Interactive Brokers. It's not a sponsorship, it's an affiliate thing. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, I just don't really feel the need to do that. I mean, I have like a Robinhood link from a long time ago that I've left there for a reason. I don't know. If it's a legitimate broker, I don't see the issue. If they have insurance, which Robinhood does, I think Interactive Brokers does. If it's a legitimate broker, I don't see the problem. Like if Fidelity wanted to sponsor me, okay, I use Fidelity. I don't see the problem with that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not jumping to have Interactive Brokers on my channel. But yeah, they did email me recently, or some scam emailed me. I was looking for Oatly in the grocery store for giggles, and there was one row of it. I'm scared the U.S. will default on it. That's not going to happen. Okay, this is politics. You know, this happens every like 2 years or something. It's like, oh my God, the debt ceiling. Oh my God. And then they raise it every time. Just use QuickBooks, bro. It's easy, bro. If you were to buy one Stockley, what would be other than Baba? Probably something in China. Meta was interesting earlier. I was interested in Meta. But I was like, you know what? I'll just buy VT. I have to admit that Oatly products are great. I am moving to Dubai, where your job is irrelevant. Sorry, King. You're moving to Dubai? You have fun there. Dong Man told me I could only get gains if I wore Sprytech pants. The seminar I had people attend is just an hour of me talking about Sprytech. Strongman and I are certified grifters. We're gone to the dark side. It's true. Grifting is very profitable, okay? You don't even have to have a real job, bro. Imagine mocking people for being good people. You consider yourself a good person, Kid Freshie? You really do. Okay. Next thing you know, Strongman and I will start pumping penny stocks. If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a strong connection between like having a Patreon and then now you're going to be pumping penny stocks. Well, we'll see. Maybe I will sell out. I don't know. How long until you and Echoes have beef? Maybe if our views collapse, we'll just we'll start hating on each other and fake drama. Strongman, you're doing it wrong. You can only do DD in a store if you creep on women, sniff their panties. Bro, you made videos analyzing balance sheets in order to value the stock. You just did that with Tesla. How can you deny? How does looking at Tesla's balance sheet value it? It doesn't. I've said all the time, you can look at the financials. Tesla's financials are beautiful. You look at the financial statements, they're beautiful. They're perfect. It's profitable. It's growing. No debt. It's amazing. Great cash flows. That doesn't say anything about valuation. It's a very, very small component. But the real value of Tesla is what's going to happen in the future. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future. If you just look at Tesla's financial statements, you would just buy the stock because it's perfect. But that doesn't consider valuation, which I don't discuss in my seminars. I talk about accounting. I talk about the balance sheet. What's on the balance? What is cash cap? What is inventory? What is receivables? How is that valued? What is property, plant, and equipment? What are intangible assets? All the way down. That's all I do, Kid Freshie. If you pay me $50, Kid Freshie, you will get access for your life for my course. PayPal me $50. I'll give you a discount, Kid Freshie, $40, because I love you so much. PayPal me $40 and I will give you access to my seminar. And then you can expose me. You can make a video about it. We're beefy now. We hate grifters. We hate each other. Shout out for StarCraft. StarCraft Brood War, the original. I don't play that new crap. Strongman, you would regret. Take my advice. Start buying crypto-related assets. No. I know they are a scam, but you will make money in the short term. No. I've stated facts that weak man cannot refute. You are invited to refute them as well. I will change my mind if presented with better evidence that contradicts mine. I can't prove you wrong, Kid Fresh. You just own me at every second. Madoff had SIPC. They decided to tell depositors they are not qualified because SIPC is underfunded, though. I mean, at some point, it's like, okay, is FDIC underfunded? I mean, at some point, it's like, if it's a legitimate broker, I don't really have anything against it, but I'm not jumping to have interactive brokers on here. StarCraft Brood War was great. It was. It's amazing. You would regret. Okay, I'm not doing that. Strongman, was you raised in Alabama with the Hicks? I was not. Let's see. You made a valuation after you analyzed it. Go back and watch. Yeah, but they're unrelated, you clown. Okay, looking at the balance sheet, you cannot value Tesla. You can't. It's a component of the valuation. If you know the fair value of the assets, which is you can't just tell what the fair value of the assets are by just looking at the balance sheet. But it's also about the future cash flows of the company. You can't get that from the balance sheet. Kid, you can't defeat me. You know your viewers are using their balance sheets to evaluate stocks because you do it in your videos. LOL, clowns. I don't know what they're doing with it. Okay, yeah, I'm sure some of them will. I'm sure some of them will say, hey, I'm going to use this to look at a company. But hey, at the end of the day, if they're investing in stocks and they look at the balance sheet and now they understand what they're looking at, how did I hurt them? I taught them accounting. I didn't teach them valuation. I didn't teach them what stocks to buy. I just taught them accounting. That's literally it. That's all it is. And you can ask anybody that's attended. I explained the balance sheet 100%. Strong man, can I have a discount? $40 for life looks good to me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll give you a special discount, Lars. You've been here forever. $25 for you, and you get access to the balance sheet course for life because you've been a long, loyal fan. Unless you talk trash about me behind my back. You become a lot more watchable since you stopped the cringy squealing. Great chance. I actually got a little bored of it, to be honest. And I don't have the energy. I'm just tired. These kids are sucking out my life force. Kid Fresh, he's like a Jehovah's Witness knocking at the door. We appreciate concern. I can't believe, out of all the scammers on YouTube, he comes after me. It's like, come on, dude. Really? I can't believe you bought Tattooed Chef. I did. I bought an option on Tattooed Chef. That was a long time ago. I'm not saying do that now. I predict Ethereum will rise to 20K. I don't believe that. Is gold a good portfolio stabilizer? No, it's a shiny rock. You cannot value innovation and future potential just by looking at that. Is true. You can't. Let's see. What's the beef with everything money other than them constantly pimping their service? Well, they actually say you can beat the market. And I remember watching a video with Mo. He was like, oh, yeah, I get 12% from value investing, buying stocks. And then I get an extra 2% from options trading. And then I get an extra 1% from day trading. So he added it up and it was like he gets a 15% return with all the crap that he teaches. And I was looking at that. I was like, okay, look, the SP 500 has gotten 10% roughly historically. And this clown, this day trading clown Mo, is here saying, oh, I get 15% using my DCF tool and options. And it's like, you're full of crap. You're lying. You're full of crap. And then on top of that, they don't even show their results. They can't even show you their returns. So they're telling you, they're selling you on this lie that you can crush the market. They're taking $30 a month minimum from you, which you could just put into an index, and $80. And you're just going to underperform the market. You're going to get crushed. Okay. And they make, they think their tool is so amazing. I'm not joking. I made that in 30 minutes. It's not hard. Let's see. Wow, we're getting crazy here. I just handed that guy, you know what? That's all I did. What he did is his choice. I told him to, yeah, that's the same thing as teaching a balance sheet. You're right. I come after you because all the other scammers don't pretend not to be scammers. What are you saying? None of these guys admit they're scammers. Are you serious? Let's see. That's because other channels probably blocked him. That's true. See, Kid Freshie, his only outlet is Strongman Personal Finance. And I don't block him. He should respect me, because without me, he would have nobody to de-shelve a human being. Let's see. Grifts from above is like a little child needs validation for everything. Should I grift you guys, or should I make this video your video? Grifts from above. I'm good, thanks. Too bad I can't watch your live streams. It's okay, Lars. I forgive you. I couldn't grift you out of $25. Hey, Shawman, can you make a video about what Lefebvre's gains are now for Tesla? It must be way lower than a year ago. Well, whoever has access to his returns, or they have access to his portfolio, so they can just send it to me. Okay, but seriously, is VT a buy at these levels? More serious, did you front load your tax advantage accounts this year? VT's always a buy, capital mindset. And did I front load my tax advantage accounts? I actually didn't. I've been lazy with cashing out my NASA pension. I just haven't done it. So I don't have like the capital. I mean, if I emptied my savings account, I could front load my my IRAs. But no, I'm just putting money in every paycheck until I can cash out my NASA pension, and then I'm going to max my and my wife's IRA with that. So no, I have not maxed my IRA yet this year. But every 2 weeks, I'm putting money in. Can't believe all these Lefebvre morons all up on his jock. I mean, plus I could sell like some stuff in my taxable accounts and max it out. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. I'll have to think about that. But at the end of the day, my IRA will be maxed. They will 100% be maxed. Can't believe all these Lefebvre morons all up on his jock. Tell him how it goes, Strongman. Yeah. Your viewers want to analyze balance sheets to value stocks. You know it. You endanger them for money. Okay, if somebody is going to analyze a stock, if they're going to do it, and you say, here's a balance sheet. Here's how you actually look at a balance sheet. They now understand what they're looking at. That's it. There's nothing about valuation in the course. 100%. I mean, the only part of valuation is a company's value is the fair value of its net assets plus the future cash flows. That's basically the value. Plus, there's obviously like intangibles and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if you're going to do that and you know how to look at a balance sheet, it's actually helpful, okay? And you don't have to use it to value stocks. Balance sheet applies everywhere. If you have a business, you need to know what you're looking at, because your accountant can prepare your balance sheet and your income statement, and you look at it, you have no idea what you're looking at. It's still applicable. You're trying too hard, man. Now, if I was like, oh, here's the best stocks to buy, yeah, that would be a grift, okay? You need a slogan like when we, oh, God. I knew the people were break when 17-year-old tell people what stocks to buy. I don't have any slogans. My slogan is a scream. The U.S. tax system sounds complicated when you guys use all the specific tax rates. It's quite simple compared to the German. No, it can get pretty complicated. I mean, actually basically everything can be complicated in the U.S. tax system. There's all these credits and deductions and the businesses, and it's ridiculous. And all these form requirements, and new laws come out. They will hopefully avoid Sleep Number. Yeah, I mean, if you know how to read a balance sheet, you can pick that up in a second. It's like they have a ton of current liabilities and no current assets. That's bad. So admit you're selling guns to blah, blah. They're going to do it anyway. Thanks for agreeing with me. I don't agree with you. I'm an accountant that teaches the balance sheet and the income statement and the statement of cash flows. I'm not saying buy individual stocks. But I'm saying if you're going to do it, at least you know what you're looking at. That's it. That is the service provided. And I will tell everybody to their face, they should not buy individual stocks. Good morning, strong man. Hello, everybody. Nice office at 10,000 sub mark has done well. Yeah, this ain't my office, trust me. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to get off. I think Kid Freshy's Jeremy undercover. Seems like a guy. No, it's not Jeremy. I can tell you. That's definitely not Jeremy. But all right, circling back to the video, Oatly's garbage. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.